Have fun the button again. Hey, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Extra Features. Today I have a woman who's got a unique name I've never heard before. Her film is Praying Mantis. Hulita Drake?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got it
that's
right.
right.
I got one
Good
right.
job.
Win for
Yeah.
me. Welcome. Now, I think you advertised this as a no budget short, if I remember correctly.
Yes, no budget, and not only no budget, it is my first film ever. I it's the first thing I've ever written as well as directed. Um, and all of the budget came out of my own pocket. Maybe like $200 or $300 spent to make the whole thing happen. It was created as part of a class for my film program at UH Manoa. Um, and all of the equipment we used was borrowed from the school's library. And yeah, we just, it was a total passion project. Just everyone volunteered to make it happen. I couldn't have been luckier with the team that I got.
Well, you're hoping a ton of questions. Okay.
Okay.
I'll start at the beginning. Where did
Yeah.
the writing process come from? Where did the idea come from?
Yeah. So actually it kind of like struck me in the middle of the night. I was actually really interested in originally writing something that kind of was a play on the Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. I had this really big idea about like, you know, kind of using that story to talk about like chronic illness and disability in today's society. And I also got really hyper fixated on the idea of having bug prosthetics. Um, and obviously, as we've said, it's a no budget film. So all of the things I was looking up for, like, in terms of whether or not I could pull off a realistic bug prosthetic situation, was way too expensive because I am a broke college student. Um, and so that kind of got me down a different train of looking up just like bug costumes in general, like cheaper ones. And I came across a praying mantis costume. And a little known fact about me is that when I was a kid, my first pets were praying mantids. My like we couldn't have cats or dogs or any of the traditional pets in my apartment. So my dad and I would raise praying mantis, like praying mantids, and we would like hand catch them food to eat and all of this stuff. So they were kind of a big hyper fixation of mine when I was a kid. And you know, as time has gone on, praying mantids have become like kind of like a unsung feminist iconic hero, just because they have such powerful females. And I don't know, I thought that, you know, the idea of taking a story about a girl who's obsessed with praying mantids, it's a little bit of a personal story, um, and kind of like seeing where her story goes from there after, you know, finding love or what she thinks is love. Um, that's kind of how that story came to light. But yeah,
Okay. You said you borrowed all the equipment from the library. Now, is that normal? Are
yes,
you a film student? Just
I
so I
am a
understand.
film student.
So, don't you have a
Yes.
film department to borrow equipment from?
Oh yes. Well, we did borrow it from the film department. But the library also has equipment. Um,
No.
but you are right. This time we borrowed it from the film department as well. Um,
Okay.
yeah.
So, where did you find the costume? So, you said you bought a praying mantis costume. So,
Yes.
obviously, that's for the lead.
Yes. So I bought the praying mantis costume for my lead. My joint costume was made by a friend of mine, a dear friend of mine, um, for Andy's character. All of the rest of the costumes for the party were like sourced by the actor themselves. They came in whatever costumes they wanted to. We just made sure there was no copyrighted material or anything, just in case. Um, and then the shirt that she wears, I don't know if it's like super noticeable in the film on first watch, but it's a little Easter egg for me. The shirt says, "This is my human costume. I'm really a praying mantis."
Yes, it
Um,
is noticeable.
okay.
On the bed
I
you're talking about, right?
Yeah, that one was actually just a funny find I found online. I was like, this is hilarious, and I want this in my show or in my film. Um, and other than that, the costumes were sourced by the actors themselves. So, yeah.
Yeah. You said you spent $300. I'm not asking where you spent your money. It's more of a question. You spent
Yeah.
some money on the costume,
Yeah.
and I guess the rest of the money's on food. That's just my
Um,
guess.
well, some of the money was on certain praying mantis decorations.
I
There
would
was
get there
one,
later, but that's fine. Go ahead.
yeah, the cardboard one that fell with the head when the head fell off.
Yes.
That one is actually my childhood decoration. I've had that since I was a child. But the other like little metal ones and her little stuffed mantis, those were all purchased for this film. We did buy a bunch of food for the cast and crew. Um, but there was also buying the cross necklace. There was also
Oh, okay. Because
buying,
she definitely see that in the party scene.
yeah. Yeah, so there we bought quite a bit of little like things here and there. Buying the fake well, I guess this is kind of a spoiler, but buying some of the special effects things that we used was yeah, that was part of the budget. So, yeah.
Yeah, I want to go back. I'm trying to figure out where I was. Okay. We're at the party sequence. You've
Mhm.
framed it. So how is you, being a first-time director, framed what you wanted to do? Obviously, we come in, you show me a bunch of people, then you get to your main two. So I mean,
Mhm.
you're setting a scene. I understand that, but did you do that in your head, or did you practice a couple times? Like, how did that work for you?
So I was really lucky to be working in tandem with my like cinematographer Lauren Peeler, and she had a lot of really brilliant ideas of how to frame like the sort of more scenic movie like party scene bits. I had a very clear vision of what I wanted when it was focused in on the two main characters.
Yes, I could
Uh,
see that.
and I took a lot of inspiration from Edgar Wright's editing style with the the body going across the camera and the smoke transition and things like that. I wanted it to kind of show like time is passing and she is remaining kind of like awkwardly in the corner by herself. And that was kind of the vision for that. Um, but yeah, I did have a plan for it. And I think it I we were able to pull it off pretty well, considering it being our first time doing it. Um, but yeah.
Okay, so so you didn't enjoy the party scene shooting it, then you relied on your cinematographer.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm gonna finish. Sorry, I have a longer question. So when we get to the root scene when it's just her by herself,
Yeah.
you're much happier, I think.
Yeah. I the the party scene we definitely collaborated on like
Okay.
getting the shots of everything. It was definitely like an idea that was given to me by Lauren, and then we explored it together. And when we got locked in on Francis in like sitting alone, it was definitely um it was definitely a process like to get those shots lined up the way that we wanted to. It took a few tries, but we were eventually able to do it. And I'm pretty happy with the result for all of it, including the party scene.
Okay, let's go back. How long did it take you to shoot the film, and how long did it take you to shoot each scene?
Honestly, it didn't take very long to shoot the film. We did it over 2 days. The first day was a bit of a long one, but we did have a really long break in between shots. We started filming with the bedroom scene with Frances by
Oh,
herself. Yeah. So we shot from about 10 a.m. All the way down to like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then we had like a long 4 hour break, and we came back and shot the party scene, the first party scene, um like at as soon as the sun started going down. Um and um Then we went all the way through to the bedroom scene with Francis and Andy, and then the next day we shot the rest of the film, pretty much in order. And the second day of shooting was only about 5 hours. But the first day, I mean, it was a long day because we had a long break in the middle. Um, Sorry, excuse me, I'm getting over COVID.
no, all good, all good.
But uh yeah, it only took 2 days, and we were able to get through it relatively quickly. Um, I was very lucky. My actors are incredible, and they made the process so smooth and easy. Like we usually if we had to do another take of something, it was because we had a couple animals in the house. So we'd have a dog bark or something. Like it was never my actors that we needed to restart for. So we were really lucky in that way.
Okay, you did mention smoke effects. Is where I got confused. What Edgar Wright
Yes.
movie were you specifically after?
Okay, the smoke effects were not inspired by Edgar Wright. The body crossing over the
Oh, I
camera.
apologize, then. I misunderstood.
Yeah, no, you're totally fine. The smoke effects were actually a very last minute decision. I I was a chronic vapor at the time, and I thought I could use that. So it was a little bit of a silly addition to the story. Um but yeah, the Edgar Wright movie that I was specifically like thinking of was Scott Pilgrim versus the World. That's one of my all-time favorite movies. And there is a party scene where Scott is approaching Ramona, and there are people walking in front of the camera, and it slowly zooms in on the Ramona, and that was kind of like what inspired that.
Okay.
Um
And so the
yeah.
house all shot in one house or using two houses?
Yes, it was all shot in one house. The same bedroom for both bedroom scenes. We did have to rearrange the furniture and change all of the wall dressings and stuff. But all of it was shot in one house. My dear friend Shannon's house, um, who was also a great help on set. It's a beautiful location up a mountain here in Hawaii. And uh it was just kind of the perfect setting, I think, for this story to take place. Um, but yeah.
Who does the voice of the phone call?
My dear friend Kyla Blaze. She's a lovely theater actress here. She's huge in the community theater here. And she was my lovely ex-girlfriend. Um I know it was definitely uh like we had to figure out how to get the voice recording. We just had her send audio notes to my phone. And then when we found one that we liked, we had Olivia, who played Frances, um like just press play on the audio recording on the phone so that it sounded like a voice note that was being sent
Fair
to her.
enough.
Yeah. So yeah, that was really cool. And it was really nice to work with my friends on this project.
Lots of sound effects. Lots.
Yeah.
So when did you do
Yes.
those? On set or did you add them in after?
We did, so we added them in after, but some of them were done on set. My audio artist, AJ, and also Jace, my Andy, uh as well as Shannon, the friend who was hosting the location. They all got together and did a little bit of Foley work while we were dressing Olivia for the final scene. Um and they ended up uh coming up with a lot of really creative sounds that we ended up using, especially to like um towards the end with all the kerfuffle. Um, and the oh my gosh, I'm losing track of what the instrument is, but the music at the end of the film is all done our live, or not live, but we recorded it on set. Um the kalimba music is completely original music. It was just improvised by one of our actors. So yeah.
So I do have one last question.
Yeah.
What happened to the costume at the end of the film? The shooting is over. I want to
Yeah.
know what happened to that costume.
I still have it. I still have it. It is fully, it's altered forever. It's definitely going to be. I really want to keep it. I'm a very sentimental person, and I'm a bit of a collector myself, and I just really want to hold on to it.
So if I come to your house in, let's say, 10 years, I'll find it on the wall. Like
Yeah,
framed, I'm
maybe.
thinking.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it might be framed on the wall. Like I definitely see that coming.
That would be
Um,
really cool.
I presume your film is only available in the film festival circuit right now.
Yes, so I did submit it to about 7 different film festivals. I'm really, crossing my fingers, hoping that it gets accepted by something. So unfortunately, it's not like widely available to watch right at the moment.
Where will it end up?
Um, I uh I have submitted it to, ooh, let me pull up the list. Um, let me see. Um, okay, I've submitted it to Hawaii International Film Festival, South Pacific Film Festival, Brooklyn Horror Film Festival, Halloween Horror Festival, Chicago Horror Film Festival, Horror Genre Lab, presented by, I don't know what that says, and Pacific Coast International Short Film Festival. Um, I have the highest hopes for Hawaii International Film Festival as well as South Pacific. They're the ones who reached out to me to get in contact with you. Um, and yeah, I'm just really hopeful that it gets out there, and if all goes well, hopefully I'll be able to publicly release it soon as well.
Okay, I have three quick questions for you before you
Yeah.
go. You can't prepare. I hope you listen to an interview because you know what's coming
Okay.
next. If you didn't, that's your problem. Your
I
favorite
did.
film?
My favorite film, Princess Mononoke.
Number two.
Absolutely.
See, this is a quacking question you can't prepare for.
Okay.
One actor you will work with in the future.
Oh, one actor I really want to work with in the future, Mads Mikkelsen.
Ooh, good
I
choice.
I
I will give you a
really want.
full credit on that choice.
Yes, I really want
Since
to.
you're a young filmmaker, one film you should have seen by now, and you just haven't quite got to it.
Oh, The Matrix. I
Oh my
so
God.
I
Wow.
know. I know.
Well,
I'm a terrible film major. uh, but yeah.
I don't know if you have a website or anything people can see other work you've done, or maybe in the future. If you do,
Yes,
this is a good time to tell people.
you know, I don't know what it's called. I don't know. I made a website a while back, and I haven't been using it. So
So, no website, people. Just listen to the interview. Look for
yeah.
the Praying Mantis film in about 6 months somewhere. How about that? Does that
Okay.
help you out?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you for your time and have a great day.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a good one.